Greetings, this is SkySaunders seeing what's current. Diddy, he's fighting. He's definitely fighting. His legal team is saying that victim one, not even a Jane Doe or a John Doe, but victim one is the one that's supposedly in this flawed indictment against Diddy. This is from Hot New Hip Hop. Diddy is facing no shortage of legal issues these days, and unfortunately for the Bad Boy founder, they just continue to mount. In September, he was arrested on charges of alleged sex trafficking and racketeering. He remains behind bars at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, New York, United States of America. And awaiting trial. His trial is expected to begin in May of this year, and if he's convicted, he could face a hefty sentence. But in this particular case, it was the last time he was. They said he was slammed for with a superseding indictment, which they're calling, his legal team is calling, false and not supported by anything. It's completely flawed in its way. The indictment also extends this hot new hip hop. The alleged racketeering conspiracy to 20 years. 20 years. Now the Mogul's legal team has fired back, calling the indictment flawed and questioning the prosecution's credibility. They're talking about the prosecution's own credibility. Excuse me. He had I mentioned before in another post, he requested for access to the alleged freak-off tapes. He was denied this week. The U.S. District Judge Aaron Subramanian argued that Diddy's team having access to the tapes could put the alleged victim's privacy and safety at risk. Counsel for victim one continues to have serious concerns about the security of such videos. So the judge is like, you know what? If you get these tapes, this is gonna negatively affect everybody that's involved. Dot Focus says Diddy is a Christian, man of God. Yes, I of course am an atheist. But he is professed to be a man of God. Salute to you, Dot Focus. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you for coming by. He's not. The judge is saying, there could be a risk for safety against the victims. Counsel for victim one continues to have serious concerns about the security of such videos. Attorney Danielle R. Sassoon wrote. This is the first time I'm seeing her name. Including the possibility of third parties gaining access to the video surreptitiously and or unlawfully due to the very publicized nature of the case. The possibility of these highly sensitive videos being shared with witnesses and the defendant's use of such videos to litigate his case is in the public domain. So they're fighting. They're not lying down. They're not taking this, just as anything. Let's see. What is this? Charlie Val. You guys, we have to stop Sprunky from corrupting YouTube. We have to come from the people who post Sprunky videos. I have no idea what the hell you're talking about, but that's fine too. Salute to you, sir. I don't know what the hell Sprunky is. But yeah, so these allegations and more piling on. I read, there were incidents where Diddy allegedly held someone over a balcony where somebody else was threatened with a weapon, a firearm to be specific. You can't buy back your reputation, even if let's just say scenario, Diddy is cleared on all charges, all the lawsuits are dropped, everything goes away. His reputation is in shatters. Is that right? Is in shambles. Excuse me. His reputation has been shattered. It's in shambles. There's no recovery from this. Even if he's scot-free legally, and in the eyes of the judges, he can't escape this one. Free Diddy. That's right. Free Diddy, Mr. Ginger 469. And then he says Sykes. But that's what we have to really delve into, is the fact that Diddy is making a completely different way of expressing himself to the legal team, his own legal team and the prosecution. He's fighting. He's not He's not saying, "Oh well, they got me. You got me," like Heisenberg in Breaking Bad. Bryan Cranston's character, Walter White. You got me. Anybody remember that? Um, so that is the reality behind that, which is very very sad. It's just a sad situation all the way around. It's a Greek tragedy. It's an American tragedy. It's just really it takes a toll. It's really sad. Sprunky is these little horror guys that because that became that from the man named Black Hat, and it's a game, but it's corrupting YouTube with brain rot. I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. Still, send me. I might have to give you a wrench so you can send me a link. I don't even know what the hell. Do you believe he did it? I don't think it has to be, do I believe he did it? It's more like, what solid DNA evidence, what solid physical evidence can the prosecution, you know, can they refute? Is it by the defense? Defense will show their proof of evidence, which is weird because you're proving your innocence, but you're already innocent. Yeah, I guess you're proving whether you're not guilty or guilty in a court of law, because the defense is essentially proving his innocence. That's what they're doing. That's their whole goal. That's their whole role. But why are you proving innocence when you're innocent until proven guilty? I guess it's kind of like, you know, a pregame and then the game. You know, pregame is like you're innocent. The game is you have to prove you're innocent. You know, I guess I don't know. Of course, here comes YouTube subscriber. My opinion. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. Diddy equals bussy maniac. Got me giggling on the show early in the morning. Good gracious. It's 11:53 where I am in East Coast of the United States of America. I have people all over this world that tune in, and females they account for a quarter of my views. So I appreciate it. Thank you. So respect, Mr. Ginger. Thank you. Thank you for being a new subscriber. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Appreciate that a whole lot. Because back in the old days, it sent off by what other people said. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. You gotta explain yourself a little bit further there, Mr. Ginger. Thank you for the subscription, but I don't really follow what you're saying. Because back in the old days, it's sent off by what people said. What other people said. What is sent off? What are people saying? In the old days, it was hearsay. Okay, I understand. Okay, got you. It was hearsay. It wasn't you know, factual. It wasn't evidence based. It wasn't proof based. It was just based off of whatever somebody said. Okay, I got you. What you're saying now? I got what you're saying. So I get it. I understand. Okay, I got you. This content is fire. Joey always says that. Thank you, Joey, for coming in. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe down here. Subscribe, youtube.com/@SkySaunders. I would appreciate it if you haven't subscribed already. When did they change that? When did they? Now when did they change what? The hearsay thing, the talk. You know, is that what you're talking about? When they changed that, Mr. Ginger? When did they change what, sir? But yeah. So Diddy is not sitting pretty, but he's battling it out. He's fighting. When did that change? I think that changed at the OJ case. That's when I think this whole thing shifted. And then it just got exacerbated when the Me Too movement came in and people were losing their jobs. People were going to prison. People were going, you know. It's a new day. It's a totally different day. Cheryl, salute to you, Cheryl. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you go down here, right down here, subscribe, youtube.com/@SkySaunders. He absolutely is guilty. Do you have any proof or evidence to say that he is guilty? We have to wait till a court of law decides that. What the chance of him winning? You think 30% chance he will get free or less or higher? I don't know. I don't think he's gonna get the full prison system sentence of a life sentence. I highly doubt that. If anything, he may get 10 years, maybe 5 years, and that's gonna get chopped down to 6 years, 4 years with good behavior. If he's not puffy, if he's brother love in prison, he'll be all right. But if he turns into Puff Daddy, that's when it's gonna become a problem. That's when it's gonna become an issue. He laughs. LMAO. I don't know what the LMAO means. I don't know what you're laughing at. You're laughing at my silliness. Puff Daddy, what you mean? Oh, that's what his nickname was. When he was a child, he had a temper. He had a serious temper, and people, called him, "Oh, you getting puffy? You getting puffy in the face, like that." He'll be really angry, and that shows in different videos. There's a video from the documentary. Oh God, what is that documentary called? One of the documentaries. I think The Fall of Diddy, something like that. But he's showing, he's tossing stuff around the office and yelling and screaming. There's also the altercation he had allegedly with Steve Stout. I don't even know if that's allegedly. I think that's an actual occurrence. But that's what happens. That's the reality. Yeah, it's for real. It's for real. Yeah, so he had Puffy or Puff Daddy, or then he changed to P Diddy, then Diddy, then Brother Love, then Sean John Combs is what it really is. How much research have you done on your own this case? I've done a lot of research. I watched videos. I watched documentaries. I've read articles. I've looked at interviews. I mean, I've done pretty extensive over the past. I think this is like my 38th video covering Diddy. So I've been doing quite a few things. I've been doing some things. I'm doing some things. But yeah, so that's how I look at it now. Excuse me. But yeah, so that's how much research I've actually done based on allhiphop.com, hiphopdx.com, and hotnewhiphop.com. They're the top 3 sites that I go to, and also mainstream news like TMZ and the New York Times when I'm able to, and Daily News. That good. So could you bring me back update? Yeah, I will. I'll bring you back an update. I got you. On what's going on. Yeah, I definitely. Whenever there's an update about Diddy's case, I just type in Diddy and see what happens. Like Mr. Choice Dog Terrain caught me slipping because he knew one thing I didn't know. At one point, they saw how Diddy was looking grizzled and gray and thinner. So that's why I missed. And then, I had to do a show about it anyway. So I appreciate everybody that come in the stream. Now I'm going to go to StreamYard after this, because I wanted to just test if this would be, like the 30, the 50, 60 year, count. It didn't go that high. It went up to like 8, I think, if that much. But I think it's double digits. So I appreciate you. And I got a subscription. So respect and thank you. Salute to everybody that came in. Can you bring me back up to date on Diddy? Yes, I'll leave. I'll have all of you before you leave. But I'm about to leave out of here. Up to date on Diddy. He's taking a superseding case, and his legal team is fighting back. So I'm going to go, watch some TV, I was gonna say play video games. I don't play video games like that anymore. I'm gonna, research some more topics to discuss for today, and just keep it Friday. It's Friday, so have fun. Take care.